back to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my second video for today. And this video is going to be about to do the Dolphins, actually, the new club that's going to be coming in the NRL 2023, and just about who will be their next big signing or next big marquee signing for the club, because obviously last Friday they signed Melbourne Storm back rower Felix Kaufusi. Now look, Kaufusi brings experience and he's a good defender, but I don't think he's anything amazing as a player. Like, I don't think it's an amazing signing by the Dolphins. Like, yeah, it's a start because he brings experience. He brings a bit of leadership, I suppose, since he's, played over 100 games. But yeah, still, it's not really a signing that you would consider big. So that's why I'm making a video, right now about who will be the next Dolphins big marquee signing, pretty much, and the main signing, Obviously, there's a couple of options out there, but, last month or so, there's been a lot of players that the Dolphins who have had interest in, and those players, that the Dolphins have had interest in have turned the Dolphins down, like most recently Patrick Carrigan, Munster, Carrigan, Munster, and I think a couple of others, like Brandon Smith's going to go to the Roosters now, not the Dolphins. So there's been a couple of players out there who've already said that they're not interested in going to the Dolphins. Oh yeah, and Daly Sherry Evans, of course. There's been a lot of players out there who have turned down their interest, and Tino. There's been heaps. There's been heaps of players that have turned down the Dolphins already, and it's going to be interesting to see where the Dolphins do land their first big major signing. So I thought of a couple of players, that's still available on the market, that is available to be signed from 2023 and onwards for the Dolphins. So to start off with, I saw that Junior Pulo, recently the Parramatta Eels are trying to go really hard to keep him, apparently, because and they should, because he's one of their best front rowers, or if not the best front rower at the club. Very important player, got some great skills for a big man, Junior Pulo. Very great, very good player. And yeah, I'm sure Dolphins will have a very big interest in trying to sign Junior Pulo and try and take him away from the Eels. I'm sure that the Eels will not want to lose Junior Pulo because they've already lost Reid Marnie, Marani Akore, Isaiah Papali'i, and, things are looking already pretty bad there in terms of player departures. So that's why I think the Eels will try their best to keep Junior Pulo and try and keep him on a big money contract. But that's going to be hard because Dolphins are cashed up. They've got the cash to splash, the Dolphins, like they really do. So that's why it's going to be a bit tricky for the Eels to retain him. But you never know. I think Junior Pulo could pick some loyalty for the Eels. You never know. Hopefully he stays loyal to Parramatta. But again, it's about money these days, and obviously Dolphins are cashed up with money. So you never know. Junior Pulo could be on his way to the Dolphins if their interest in Junior Pulo still goes ahead, because apparently Wayne Bennett already confirmed that the Dolphins, or himself and the Dolphins are, interested in keeping tabs open for Junior Pulo to possibly join the club in 2023. So yeah, I'd watch that space personally about Junior Pulo maybe going to the Dolphins. That could be an option to happen. There's Callum Ponga also, who could be a good chance of going to the Dolphins. I know there was the other day when he was interviewed by the Knights media team, that there was a question asked about if he'll go to the Dolphins or if he's planning to go to the Dolphins, Callum Ponga. And while he said no, I think there's a good chance he can still go to the Dolphins. I still think that Ponga, could be convinced by Wayne Bennett to join him in Queensland, especially because Ponga, his family are from Queensland. He's basically a Queenslander. He's been coached by Wayne Bennett before for the Queensland Maroons. And obviously the Dolphins have a lot of money, so maybe Ponga could be really interested in the amount of money they do have, and maybe just interested in playing under Wayne Bennett in general, because obviously Wayne Bennett's a great coach. Great mentor. So, I wouldn't blame anyone that would want to be coached under him. So maybe Callum Ponga would be convinced to join the Dolphins by 2023. I still think it's a big chance of happening. I could still see Ponga going to the Dolphins, even though that, even though he did say the other day he's not really focusing on the Dolphins at the moment, and he's sort of saying no to the Dolphins, I just think there's still a chance that he could go to the Dolphins, because he comes off contract by 2022, or at the end of 2022 or 2023. He comes off contract by the end of then. So I think Dolphins will have a lot of money to try and splash to keep him. So yeah, I think there's a good chance Ponga could still go to the Dolphins. And obviously another one, the last one. Now this one's interesting. Now this one, it could happen, but I don't think so. But you never know. I was going to add Cameron Munster to the list until I knew and remembered that he did turn the Dolphins down. But so I looked at, the Rabbitohs, for example, and I saw that Cody Walker, he only re-signed with the Rabbitohs not long ago on a 1-year deal only. So 1-year deal for the 2022 season, and that's it. Now, I'm thinking maybe the Dolphins could be really trying to sign him. I really think so, because he's been coached by Wayne Bennett. Wayne Bennett and him have a great relationship. And yeah, I think, he'd be a great player and a great signing for the club. He'd be someone that other players would want to join at the Dolphins and follow him. If Walker did sign the Dolphins, there's players out there that probably would want to follow him to the Dolphins and play with him and that. So I think he'd be a good example of a good marquee sort of first big signing for the Dolphins. And yeah, I think that's the right way to kick off the club, is sign someone like Cody Walker at the level of the caliber of him. He's obviously a very high profile player, very good caliber as a player. Yeah, great, and just in general, a very good player, Cody Walker. So he'd be a very smart signing for the Dolphins, and I can see it happening as well, because I did find it a bit strange that they're only re-signing the Rabbitohs on a 1-year deal. So it means there's a good chance that he could join the Dolphins, I think, by 2023. So you never know. And I think by then he'll be about 32, 33. So or he's been around the early 30s age by 2023, Cody Walker. So he might have about 1 or 2 good years left in him. And maybe, yeah, I think he's still playing very good. I know he's getting a bit older now, but he's still playing some great footy. He's been playing very, very good recently. So, yeah, I think he's still worth a shot. So I think Wayne Bennett will definitely show some interest in Cody Walker once he does come off contract again. I've got no doubt about it. But everyone, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And who do you think will be the next Dolphins big marquee sort of signing for the club? Because it'd be very interesting to see who they do sign as a big signing next. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in another video.